Do you even realize how lucky you are to be alive right now, to exist at the same time as Concord? You are alive at a time that people will talk about for centuries to come. You get to witness the biggest failure in gaming. Not only the biggest failure in gaming, but undoubtedly one of the biggest failures in all of entertainment. PlayStation just announced that they're already shutting down Concord in 3 days from now. That's the doomsday for all 9 people still inhabiting that barren wasteland. The game didn't even survive 2 full weeks. I probably could have lasted longer on a deserted island with only fucking coconuts to satiate me. This game just barely squeaked over a week of life. And life is a term I'm using very loosely because this game was never alive to begin with. It was dead on arrival. 660 all-time peak, and even right now with this news that it's going to be shutting down, not even those 660 people bothered to flock to it to get like one last ride in there, one little ooh-rah before it sails off into the sunset. I imagine most of those players probably already refunded the game because it was a $40 game that was a watered-down, worse version of all of its free counterparts that it was trying to suckle from the teats of. It was an embarrassing flop that everyone with eyes saw coming from a mile away, except for Sony, it seems. 8 years in development, millions upon millions of dollars in the shitter here, only for the game to exist for barely over a week. A loaf of bread lasts longer than Concord did, and they're pulling the plug on it already. It should have never even released in the first place. This was a complete waste of 8 years of time and money. It is rough. This is a harder flop than my cock under your mother's chin. I do not, and I said this last time, I do not know who this game was ever made for. Because the audience it tries to appeal to was never going to switch to this game because it's already $40, you've already lost that battle. Because all of the other games in that genre are free, and better. So it was a surprise to no one that when this game dropped, its player count sucked shit through a crazy straw. Nobody was asking for this. There wasn't a demand for it. There was no one lining up to purchase this. This was something nobody wanted, like a lump of coal for Christmas. It really is not a shocker that this game never breached 700 players. Its peak was 660. That is pathetic. That is laughable. If you go into like Steam dumpster diving, you can just throw a fucking dart at your computer monitor and whatever game it lands on that you've never heard of, like fucking Glorbus's Hemorrhoid Adventure, that probably had more than 660 players at some point. It is hard to find a game that had this little hype around it. Like, playing Concord was like going into an empty Burger King. This whole thing was just sad. And now they're already pulling the plug on it less than 2 weeks after it's been out. I also love the way they start their statement, Concord fans, as if any of those exist. You'd be more likely to find aliens than Concord fans. We've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. You could have just sent all of them a DM. Like, there's not many of them. You could have easily reached them directly. Your support and the passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. I don't know where that community is, I'm going to be honest. The only passion I see in regards to Concord is people passionately shitting on it and laughing at it. Because it is a spectacle how badly this game flopped. However, while the many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6, 2024, and explore options including those that will better reach our players. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately, and we'll begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchase the game for PS5 from the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. It is exceptionally rare to see something fail to this degree. Millions upon millions of dollars invested in this project over the course of 8 years with a big team of people working on it, and they get like 30 grand in sales from PC. Relative to what they spent on this project, that $30,000 return is incomprehensibly tiny. They released a wet fart that will be talked about in economics courses, I think, for eons to come. To put that in perspective, that $30,000 they made on PC sales for Concord most likely don't even cover a year's worth of electricity bills for the office building that their employees work out of. I decided to look at a couple of numbers out of curiosity. So Firewalk has roughly 150 employees based on what I can find, and I can't find any information on the building they work out of, but let's just assume that they're working out of a mid-sized office building that's usually used for about 100 employees, and according to these numbers here, a business will spend about $1.44 per square foot on electricity and 30 cents per square foot on natural gas. So an annual cost for a mid-sized office building of 20,000 square feet, which is used for about 100 employees, will come out to $34.8K. This was developed for 8 years, and what they made on PC doesn't even cover 1 year's worth of just electricity and energy costs. Pff, what a fucking historic blunder. Now, I imagine a lot of the developers at Firewalk work remote, but even still, I imagine they have some kind of headquarters somewhere, and that building would not have even been able to keep the lights on with the $30,000 that this game made. So it never even came close to breaking a profit. It wasn't even in the same universe as the word profit. I can't think of anything else that has ever flopped this hard. This is just crazy. It's already getting the plug pulled after just 10 days. So, yeah, I am beyond surprised, because I thought they'd at least ride this as much as they could, like, trying to update the game, like, desperately trying to get some players to buy into it. Like, I thought this would go at least 6 months, like a full season or something of the game, but it didn't even make it, like, a full 2 weeks. It blows my mind. Like, I'm not surprised by how poorly it performed. I am surprised it performed this poorly, because even... like, no matter how bad a AAA game is, people will mindlessly buy it. Except when it comes to Concord. That is how little interest there was in a game like this. So, that's going to be a big lesson for the gaming industry, I think. Or at least it should be. It probably won't. They'll probably make like a Concord 2 in a year or so, because they most likely haven't learned anything valuable from this. But speaking of value, if you want something actually valuable, pick up Godslap. Issue 6 just dropped. That's right, we're moving into the new arc of Godslap, and issue 6 is out right now. Pick up a copy at badegg.co, there's a link in the description. And also, if you're thirsty, Goof Juice is always available, baby. gamersubs.gg/moist. Link also in the description. Best flavor of any beverage ever. You can sip on some Goof Juice while reading your Godslap and looking as Concord it gets taken off of life support. Now, what I do think should happen as a result of this public embarrassment that was Concord, the people that came up with the idea of making a hero shooter that's just the most derivative, generic, formulaic garbage, they are the ones that need to be held responsible the most. Those are the ones that should be fired. But we've seen time and time again that is never the case. When you reach a upper echelon position in an industry, you can only fail upwards. No matter how much money you lose, no matter how many times you stumble, fall, and cost the company greatly, you are always safe and only ever fail positively. Everyone underneath you gets punished. Like we saw this with John Risitiello at Unity. We just actually saw it with Suicide Squad. I just read the other day about how they're laying off a ton of like QA testers, even though it's not like the QA testers were responsible for Suicide Squad being a dog shit game. The people that made it a live service game and all of the other terrible ideas, it's their fault, not the QA testers that were just making sure the game fucking functioned, yet they're the ones that are being punished. They're the ones that are getting spanked for it. It makes no sense. So in Concord's case, it shouldn't be just like the people that coded the game, like they had a project they were assigned to work on, they did their job. The game runs, like the game is functional, it's a serviceable game, it's just not a good game, and it's a game nobody wanted. That is the problem of the people that brainstormed this, greenlight this, and then made the team work on it. So whoever came up with those ideas and pushed all this forward, those are the ones that are responsible for the tragedy that is Concord. It should have never existed in the first place. But yeah, anyway, RIP to Concord. That's about it. See ya. Dankin said it's probably the worst hero shooter ever made, which is an absolutely outrageous claim. Now, admittedly, my expectations are also kind of low on this going into it, but I'm open-minded. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for this to blow me away. I don't know how likely that is, though. We'll see. You didn't pre-order it, did you? You can play it for free on PlayStation. Last night, chat was saying the only way to play it right now is by pre-ordering it. So yeah, I dumped $40 on it already. Is that right? Are you sure? Where am I? Oh, here I am. I'm Concord Defender. I figured someone's gotta. This is cool. I'll be this character. Oh, I'm popping off. That's Concord Defender for ya. Laying down the law. For my city. Oh yeah, now I'm just cruising. Triple kill? Don't mind if I do. Sorry, cowards. Oh, I killed him with that? Idiots. Ah, they can't face me. Oh, I don't have unlimited ammo. Wait, yes I do. Oh! Just insta-killed him. What an idiot. Go to bed. What the fuck? Get out of here, kid. This isn't safe. I'm not gonna let you have any fun in this game. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I couldn't turn it off in time. Man, my aim is bad. Oh my god, here I come. Oh, he's so low. Damn. I shouldn't have pushed. I got greedy. Here I come. Someone just shoot at me? What a huge mistake. Alright, there we go. Yep, now I'm cooking. That's Concord Defender, baby. Remember the name. Alright. Well, it is what it is, I guess. The bards will sing songs of my effort. Man, my team was trash. I had like fucking 30 kills. This is the Soldier 76 clone. Soldier 77. Cool. He looks like one of the Batman impersonators from The Dark Knight, where he goes, "What's the difference between you and me?" And he says, "I'm not wearing hockey pads." That's this guy. He's literally just wearing some fucking hockey pads. It's not even like space armor. Alright, here I come. Yep, 40 clams on this puppy. Is this healing? Wow. That does no damage. Got one. Oh, this sees through the smoke. I see the synergy now. I'm still alive in here. Cool. Why does he feel so much tankier than when I played him? When I played him, I was getting melted. Well, this will take 45 magazines to kill him. Oh shit, he's low. Okay, that's a shame.
Almost there. Keep it up.
Oh my god! There we are, there we are! I'll grab it. That should get behind him. Clean. The hero. Well, I hated playing that character. that character did not feel good at all. Wait until you see the comp mode in this. Oh god, what's the comp mode? You get punished for being good. Explain, what does that mean? It's round based, and if you win a round, you cannot play that character anymore. Oh. So it's like having the bumpers up in the bowling lane. It's for babies. If you're doing well, you can't play the character you're doing well with to give everyone else more of a chance to not get stomped. That's cute. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Nice! 3 shots, 1 kill. Didn't miss. Oh, I'm popping! Sorry. I'm bullying them out here. They're gonna report me for cheating. I haven't missed. Okay, does this lock on? Is that what's going on? This actually hasn't missed. Well, I'm absolutely fucking popping. Double kill, easy. Make it a triple. Clean. Oh my god, is there anything they can do to stop me? Besides just uninstalling? Yikes. I don't even know what my Q does and I killed someone with it. Man, the reload on this one took a while. That was the worst fight ever recorded. Love that for us. Glad we could share it together. Alright, that character was really strong. Probably the strongest so far. Rivalry? Oh, this is the competitive mode, isn't it? Let's go. Huge. Plant the cargo in the zone and defend it from rivals. Capture the zone or eliminate rivals. Those are the two game modes. The movement is so slow. It is extremely slow, yeah. I am noticing that. Oh, I don't have a shit. Holy! This might actually be the slowest movement I've ever seen in my life. It's like I'm on a treadmill. Oh my god. What's my Q?
Generator's hot. On me.
Don't know what that is. What's my... That's my shield. Need healing. Hold on. Give me 45 minutes. I'm flanking. Oh my god, the reload. That's tragic. Let me... Oh, I can't even play the character... Okay. You have to switch characters after each round that you win. That sucks. I thought it was only if you were doing, like, really well. Can you never play a character again that you win a round with? They're locked out for the rest of the game. So you win a round and whatever character you won the round with, you can't play again for the rest of the match.
They're backed into a corner.
That sounds so awful. They would have actually had a chance if they released this as a free game. It wouldn't be dead on arrival, but it's still just not very good. Even if it was free, it doesn't make it better. Just makes it less sad. Oh my god, I just noticed their necklace is a spork. That's actual Reddit tier shit. That's huge. Holds up spork, nuzzles you. Narwhal baconing at midnight. Some of my needles are going. Maybe? I'm really not sure. I don't know. I got a kill! Yeah, so far the Farah type character and the crossbow explodey type character are the two best ones, and it's not close. Alright, we're good. I made it. Oh, what? Why didn't this reload on... Oh, god. Alright, I'll take that. I'm not picking those up. Oh, look at those shots. Wait, how are you still here? Alright, I'll take it. Get me the fuck out. So it's another hero shooter. What makes it different? They toned down the speed of the game by 40%, so everyone looks like they're moving in slow motion. Like jogging in a dream. So it's a generic hero shooter, but at 0.5 speed. I'm covering them all in oil! Damn it! Damn it! Oh, I got him! So this throws oil, and I can detonate it like that. I just accidentally learned that. That's so big. I'm not picking that shit up. I want to keep ruining their night.
Hey, need a second to heal.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm not touching that. Ah! Bloverwatch. You had such an easy layup there by just calling it Sloverwatch, because this shit is extremely slow. What a flank! Oh god, I'm taking so much damage. That melee does nothing. Holy. Melee plus full magazine on a squishy character, still quite a bit of health. Wow. Oh my god, it's a spitball launcher. Jiminy Christmas. There we are, now we're popping. Nice, nice. Wait a minute, I'm starting to really cook on him now. I'm coming, squad. Hang on tight. Concord Defender is here. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I was thinking, I'm gonna fuck him up. It's starting to do some damage. There we go, I got you covered. You stole my kill, you piece of shit. Never helping you again. My KDR is suffering because of you. Yep. I don't lose 1v1s. Not against these kids. Oh, baby, what a fucking shot. I'm clipping it for the montage. I'll be the first Concord creator. Oh, wow, that was a headshot and still not a one-shot, huh? That was, though. Alright, I'm really in my flow state now.
They got me good.
Oh my god, my shots are crazy. Whoa. Damn. Really cooking them. Worth playing and favorite part of the game? Worth playing, no. Favorite part of the game, you come back to me. I'll find something nice to say about it, I'm sure, if I keep trying. I don't know why you didn't just go heal. What a fool! Wait, how did I not kill you? Oh, imagine the collateral. That was close, too. Assuming things even collateral in this. One more headshot and you're dead, Buster. Okay. There it is. Gotcha, pal. Alright, what's the next character? Trash dispenser.
Deploying an air barrier. I need to reload.
This is quite the fight we have going on here. So this just absorbs their shit. I've got you covered for— oh, no I don't. I don't have you covered anymore. Nice, I got a kill! I got a kill with this fucking guy, let's go! Oh god. This is by far my least favorite character. Holy. Hold on, I'm coming, I'm coming. Take this! Fuck. Alright, I helped. There we are. There we are. Now I'm popping off. This is how you do it. You just hunt someone down and just stay on them. Oh, wait, that melee was kind of good. That was an AoE melee. Get back. No, get back. Got another one. Oh my god, wait, the melee is kind of busted on this guy. I think I see what you're supposed to do with him now. Fuck the vacuum, fuck the air blower. It's all about this. I just dropped my big shiny ass on him. That does so much more damage than everything else he has.
Placing an air barrier. Deploying healing pad. Please protect me while I heal.
No, he's so low. There we go, I got him. I wasn't gonna let him get away with that one little tiddlywink of health. Not on my watch. That looks like a good chance. Almost. Oh, clean. Oh god. Alright, I'm still alive somehow. 2 HP. Need health. I don't know if I did any damage. I think I missed everything. Oh, baby. There we go, there we go. I hunted her down from across the world for that.
I'm going here.
Running back to heal.
Huge, huge. I don't know, I kind of like this character. Well, still got it. That's on me. That's just entirely on me. I missed those shots. Still got the kill though. I could have had all three if my aim was a little better. That's my fault though. No one to blame but me. Only an amateur blames the tools. I'll take that. Alright, huge, huge, huge. Still cooking. Need that health. Nice. They're just running into me right now. Into the wood shipper. This character's pretty good. Gotcha. And the buff. Oh boy. I'm just knocking him down. What are you thinking? Okay, I'm out of ammo. He missed every shot. Luckily, everyone that's playing this game right now is actually 6 years old. That's huge. That's big.
I'm on my way.
Like half the people I played against right now, I'm pretty convinced this is the first game they've ever touched. Fuck, that buff is crazy, actually. Where's this other guy? That gives me so much damage. I just melted them. And here comes the buff. Who's looking to catch this cock meat sandwich? Everyone ran away? Don't blame you. I really don't. I got him, I got him, I got him. There we are, now I'm cooking. Alright, everyone, just stay behind me. I'll carry.
I need time to recover.
Okay, now time for them to hide for the next 3 minutes, just like last time. This is awful. What do they do? Where do they go? They're not in the middle. Here we go, I heard something. They're on the side. My fucking left shoe that those weren't headshots. Ugh. Yikes. Son of a bitch. Oh, I just crashed. Honestly, a blessing in disguise. That's gotta be a strong sign from the man upstairs. It was just letting me know I can no longer refund it.
Brother, are you ready to Concord it up?
I'm just kind of feeling a little Concordy tonight. I don't know, man. There's something in the air. Feels right.
Game just hits different, man.
All right,
Alright.
you ready to
send us
climb?
in. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Who do you
There's
main?
like the Farah.
Nice.
How'd you like Ned from Spider-Man?
Not amazing.
He does more damage than Soldier 77 though.
That's true. Soldier 77 is fucking worthless.
Wait, who's your main? Or who are you liking the most so far?
The Scott Pilgrim girl.
Okay, yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she's pretty good. But the beauty of ranked is there's no point in maining because as long as you
I forgot about that.
as long as you win around, you can't play them again.
Oh.
So
Alright.
I'll start with her and then never see her again.
God, this game's ranked is so stupid. But they are kind of cooking though.
They are no, like they definitely know what they're doing. Like for sure.
Wait, is that gun lock on?
I have no idea. It might just be a spectator bug. Okay, now I guess I'll never touch that character again. Unlucky.
Yeah, that was pretty fun one.
Yep, locked out of playing her from now on. This is also just a really not fun competitive mode. Like, even aside from not being able to stay with the character you want to play, it's still just a really bad game type.
I feel like they should just stuck to the basics, just have like a payload or like a King of the Hill with like actual respawns. But yeah, I don't know. This game doesn't work as a respawn, like, or not respawn, but like a one life game. I don't think it works.
Yeah, I completely agree. Okay.
I feel like everyone just runs to the middle and that's it. And then it's just a waiting game.
Well, when I did that last time, I got fucking blasted. I'm gonna try and go around. I got the tank. Can't believe that missed.
I got the knife girl. Okay, that was... Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of steamrolled him. Wow. That was a fun round. Cool, cool, cool. You see, like, this is a stupid mode. This is so stupid. You actually get like 10 seconds of gameplay and then 45 seconds of character select.
Yeah, that's just the Concord way, man.
That's true. That's just Concord, baby. Sony will release this and do nothing with Bloodborne. I do love that. It's like, no, we gotta focus on Concord. No one wants Bloodborne. Everyone wants a hero shooter.
Well, dude, the worst... Oh, okay, well, not the worst part. Not getting Bloodborne's the worst part, but they canceled Last of Us, which had a really fucking good multiplayer for, like, the original game. They canceled that, but they were like, nah, this shit's lit. Concord, that's what people want.
Everyone's begging for hero shooters. Uh-oh. Yikes, I didn't know they were all there. I got greedy. Alright, well, that was a good...
I don't know how he died.
Yep, that was a good competitive match. Woo! Yeah!
Everything that we're complaining about will be fixed in a month, though.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point of the beta, so they can fix everything. This could be where they're hiding all the fun.
It's just search and destroy. We still only have one life.
Oh. Alright, I'll plant it, B. Oh, wait, no. Wait, do you plant? What do you do?
I have no idea,
You
actually.
sit here? Cargo? Where's the cargo? I'm so embarrassed. That was almost the worst moment of my fucking gaming career right there. But I squeaked it out, we're fine.
Let's go. Don't let him get it!
God, the sniper fucking sucks if it's not headshots. Took 3 shots. I'm extracting.
It's just McCree.
Yep.
Alright.
Good work.
Somebody in your chat said they canceled a Twisted Metal game. Is that true?
I have no idea, but I'll tell you what is true. 4 team members over there just quit.
I wonder if they're in spawn.
Nope, I already found them.
Oh?
Okay.
Fuck yeah. Wait, you kind of popped off.
Yeah, you should have seen it. I threw all 6.
Oh, there was a play of the game.
I threw all 6 grenades, 1 oil drum, and then I eventually just blasted her with my little finger rocket or whatever.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It was so
that sounds
hype.
badass.
It was badass like you wouldn't believe. Good match, good match. 2-minute wait to start the game, 15 seconds of gameplay, and at least 3 minutes of character select. That's the ranked Concord experience.
God, what a game.
What a game.
Oh, I did a challenge. Let's go, dude.
Congrats, congrats.
Thanks.
Hey, top frag though, baby.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's actually huge.
That's big, that's big. You'll see me on the leaderboard.
Better start like a Concord team.
Let's just do normal brawl, because that is unbearable.
Yeah, please and thank you. Like, holy shit, this rank mode sucks.
That is so bad. Oh. Oh, that tracking! Whoa! I might have to be the first fucking Concord pro.
You're gonna start a pro team and you're gonna be the only player on it?
I'll be the only player in the entire scene, yeah. I'm well aware that this might be the greasiest you've ever seen me on camera. There is a good explanation for it. Yesterday, well, no, 2 days ago, my water broke, so I don't mean like pregnancy-related water breaking or anything, I mean like the actual water to my house broke, and it's been all cattywampus ever since. Thus, behold, this filthy homunculus. I look like some kind of cryptid that would hide crack under your mattress in a hotel. Anyway though, I want to talk about a huge flop that just dropped today. 2024 has been filled to the brim with flopperooskies. We just saw Borderlands' shameful display in the box office, making roughly $18.5 million as of a couple days ago against its $115 million budget. That is a box office catastrophe. That is like an Armageddon for the budget. Like, it doesn't even account for all of the marketing spend, I imagine. It's crazy how horrible that had performed, because it's a terrible movie, no doubt. And today we got a disaster in the video game realm with a flop called Concord. That name probably doesn't ring any bells because all of you have forgotten about it, I imagine. It is a generic hero shooter. I made a video on it like a month and a half ago, and it's a game that the entire gaming community just kind of rolled their eyes at. It's this amalgamation of all of the worst parts of every hero shooter that's come before it, but set to 0.5 times speed. Everything in the game is abominably slow. Oh, I don't have a shit. Holy! This might actually be the slowest movement I've ever seen in my life. It's like I'm on a treadmill. Oh my god. What's my Q?
Generator's hot. On me.
Don't know what that is. What's my... That's my shield. Need healing. Hold on. Give me 45 minutes. I'm flanking.
Only one of us left. We got this.
Oh my god, the reload. That's tragic.
Nothing's getting past me.
Oh, I can't even play the character. Okay. You have to switch characters after each round that you win. That sucks. I thought it was only if you were doing like really well. Can you never play a character again that you win a round with? They're locked out for the rest of the game. So you win a round and whatever character you won the round with, you can't play again for the rest of the match. It's like you're playing a Zack Snyder film where everything is in this nauseating, perpetual, slow-motion, hypnotic state. It's just not very fun. But it's also not unplayable or awful. Like, it's not good by any means. The worst part about it is just how generic it is. It's a game that nobody wants, and if anyone likes this kind of game, there's 50 other games that just do it better than Concord. And what's exceptionally delusional about Concord in particular is that it's a $40 game. It doesn't even have the common courtesy to be free to play like every other multiplayer shooter on the market. So this game was dead on arrival without even arriving a month and a half ago, because that was the beta, the playtest. Now that it's here, it has come, and let me tell you, no one's there to swallow it. It didn't even break 700 players on Steam. But if you want something tasty to swallow, get Goof Juice, available at gamersupps.gg/moist. It's the best flavor ever made, I assure you. But yeah, anyway, Concord just barely over 650 players at launch. that's less than some bingo halls get with like 80-year-old octogenarians going in there and playing bingo. It's not exactly, you know, a great launch experience for Concord. To put that number in perspective, I compared it to the biggest flops in the gaming industry I could think of over the last couple of years. Concord has less players than Redfall, for crying out loud. Heavens to Betsy. And it actually has less peak players than Babylon's fucking Fall. Babylon's Fall is a game I think most of you have scrubbed from your memory, but this was at the time, and I'm actually having a Porky Pig meltdown right now because this is so shocking. Babylon's Fall was at the time a historic blunder, a crazy one. Babylon's Fall was so bad and so embarrassing they actually pulled the game from Steam, and yet that had more peak players than Concord does. Concord just barely has a higher peak than Lord of the Rings Gollum, another game so floppy that the studio also got shut down for making it in the first place. Also, a couple articles report that Lord of the Rings Gollum actually did have more peak player count than Concord currently does. But according to Steam charts, Concord just barely squeaks out the W over Lord of the Rings Gollum. That's a full-blown flopperoo right there. This is a big budget game from PlayStation. This, no doubt, cost millions upon millions of dollars and a long time baking in the oven, and no one is here at the table waiting to be served this dish. I don't know how these games even get made, because from the very first trailer, when it became clear that it's a hero shooter, which is an unbelievably oversaturated market, everybody let out a collective sigh. I don't know who this game is for. I don't know who the target audience is, because even hero shooter enthusiasts, or even just multiplayer shooter enthusiasts, aren't going to choose this game to call home. They're not going to be climbing over each other, tearing at each other's flesh, trying to get a piece of that Concord action, because it's $40 and every other game in this genre is free, save for a couple of exceptions. Like, it's a watered-down version of free games that exist right now, so who the fuck would be lining up to fork over 40 clams for this? Your $40 is better spent paying someone to give you a swirly in a public toilet. This is the most predictable flop I've ever seen. There's no dimension in the multiverse where this title is successful, and everybody knew it, except for the suits, I suppose. I don't even know how this got greenlit in the first place. Again, everything about it was just doomed to failure. And now, here it is, failing. I don't know if it's like a desperation thing where they had already developed for, you know, so many years and spent X amount of money on this project, and they just felt obligated to release it come hell or high water to try and recoup some of that investment. That's probably the case because, you know, 600 people paying $40 for the game is better than 0, I suppose. But you know what's better than just recouping some of your investment? Not investing in turbo ass in the first place. Again, I don't even get how this project ever even made it to a launch. This should have just been an idea that people laughed at the meeting and said, yeah, imagine if we actually wasted time and money doing that and then moved on to a better project. It's such a shame because no doubt there's like talented developers that worked on this, not because they wanted to, but because that's the project they were given. All the time and resources went into what they believed would be just like an easy layup of just another hero shooter because it's a popular genre, not realizing that nobody wants more hero shooters, especially not ones with $40 price tag, you know, to enter and play. It's just so simple and so avoidable. I had to talk about it though because it's a flop that's hard not to laugh at. I think it's important to mention that the game is sitting at mostly positive reviews at the moment, so the community that's playing it, however small it is, does seem to be enjoying it. And I gotta be honest, I don't really understand why. Like, if this game was free, I'd totally get it. This is just like an alternative to other games that are out there that maybe you're growing tired of, maybe it's getting stale. But it's $40 and you're just getting a worse version of those games. There is not a single thing that Concord does that no other game does, and everything that it does okay, other games do well. So I just don't really understand why there's anyone speaking so highly of it. If it was free, again, I would totally get it, but it's not. You're paying $40 and you're getting something worse than things that are free. I know I keep repeating that, but it just boggles my mind. So, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because this is a very impressive flop. You don't usually see games open, like big budget games, open to under 1,000 players, especially not a game that has this much money going into it and this much, you know, meat behind it. Usually, even the biggest flops that you've heard about, like fucking Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, that had 13.1 thousand players on launch, and that game lost the company like a reported $100 million or more. So this is pretty rare to see a game flop to this degree. So I want to talk about it. That's really about it. So yeah. Life is full of surprises. You might walk down the street and find a $20 bill. You might walk down the street and get hit by lightning. There is always things that you can never really expect. Except for what I'm about to talk about today. Firewalk Studios, the developer behind Concord, is officially shut down. This also shuts down the rumor, that conspiracy that was starting to bubble up about Concord getting a second wind because they were getting Steam updates in the back end. There were daily updates to Concord that you could see in the logs, even though the game had been shut down for a while. So there was speculation from gamers that they might be working on it to try and breathe some new life into it, and maybe it'd be like a Morbius situation where they bring it back only for it to catastrophically fail again. Clearly that wasn't the case. They weren't exactly cooking up the new Manhattan Project behind the scenes for Concord's revival. I still don't know what they were doing on the back end. I think it was probably like when you have a flood and you go in and take pictures of the damage for the sake of insurance. That's probably what they were doing because this was such a financial disaster, the likes of which humanity has never seen before. So they were probably doing something like taking the code in order to like lock it up in some kind of tomb never to be touched again because of how awful it was. I have no clue. But clearly it wasn't for the sake of bringing the game back because it's never coming back. It is officially dead in the dirt, never to see the light of day again, and now the developer behind it has been shut down. I think everyone knew this day was coming because of how much money Concord lost. A historic flop. Like, this flop doesn't even do it justice. There doesn't exist a word in the human language that can describe just how horribly this game fumbled. It is unbelievable. Just like me participating in a Try Not to Come challenge while listening to a Sleep Token song, it failed in a big way. So I'm pretty sure most people knew Firewalk Studios was going to get chopped here, and now the day has come. They did, but Firewalk wasn't buried alone. In fact, they got company into the great beyond. Another studio Sony announced they're shutting down is Neon Koi, which is a studio I've never heard of. It sounds like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card, but apparently it was a mobile game developer that was working on an unannounced AAA live service action game. My guess is the failure of Concord put the fear of God in Sony that they took a hard look at some other work that was going on with studios under their blanket, and they said, this one might not be up to snuff, this might not be the special sauce, what the doctor ordered, so we're just going to pull the plug. That's what it seems to me. I don't know the studio or their previous work, so who's really to say? All I do know is that they did make a statement on why they shut down Firewalk, and it's pretty much exactly what you expect. Regarding Firewalk, as announced in early September, certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, but others did not land with enough players, and as a result, we took the game offline. Yeah, it's just gobbledygook right there. There's nothing exceptional about Concord. It was as generic as it gets, and somehow it just did the formula worse than everything else in the genre, and yet they had the gall to charge $40 for it. There wasn't anything exceptional at any point in that game. If they truly believe that, then they're delusional, and I do think they really believe that because they invested so heavily in Concord. They went hog wild, dumping doubloons into it for no reason. SpongeBob must have snuck into the headquarters with the Orb of Confusion because these people were fucking lost when they made this decision to go this crazy with Concord. Sony acquired Firewalk in April of 2023 and shut them down in October of 2024. A fucking piece of provolone cheese lasts longer in your refrigerator than Firewalk did under Sony's umbrella. I don't know what they saw in the first place that made them want to buy this studio. Like, I don't know. I really, truly don't understand what they saw with Concord. I don't know. They must have been living in a different dimension, an alternate timeline that fucking crossed over like Berenstein versus Berenstain and sandwiched it together. Because what they saw with Concord is not what any sane human being on the planet saw. So I don't understand why this ever even happened in the first place. This was the most preventable financial disaster of all time. We have spent considerable time these past few months exploring all our options. After much thought, we have determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio. I want to thank all of Firewalk for their craftsmanship, creative spirit, and dedication. The PvP first-person shooter genre is a competitive space that's continuously evolving, and unfortunately, we did not hit our targets with this title. We will take the lessons learned from Concord and continue to advance our live service capabilities to deliver future growth in this area. You bumbling morons, the lesson you should take from this is to leave the area. No one wants another generic first-person hero shooter. Nobody is asking for that. No one wants more live service hero shooters, period. That's the lesson. You don't want to try and figure out how to compete in the hero shooter space because it's not a space anyone wants anything in anymore. It's oversaturated. It's dull, bland, lame. People are over it. Instead, put those resources towards something else. Anything else. Christ. Now, according to Bloomberg, this shutdown will affect 210 jobs, which is a lot. And I've said this from the very beginning. I don't blame the individual developers at Firewalk for the disaster that was Concord. I think the biggest issue was the leadership that was coming up with terrible ideas in a terrible direction and then putting the developers on the project. Concord should have never even been a project that got greenlit. That's something that should have went into the think tank and got laughed out of the fucking room and shut down with an iron fist, because it's a terrible idea from a conceptual standpoint, from a design standpoint, from everything standpoint. You know, even from a sitting point, everything in Concord was horrible on paper. It should have never even made it past the brain of whoever unfortunately was cursed with that idea. That should have been lobotomized out of there. It is just bad. And it's not like the employees at Firewalk have a say on what projects they get handed to work on. It's their job to do that. So that's what they were tasked with. And I don't think many of them are just going to stand up and say, enough is enough. I will not work on a garbage, generic, bland hero shooter. I'm going to go take my talents to Ubisoft and code some extra beads of sweat on the newest siege operator's nutsack. You won't see me again. Like, they have a job that is a competitive field, and they were tasked with making fucking Concord, which must have been an awful feeling for a lot of them, I imagine. I just don't personally blame each individual soul that worked on Concord for how boring, bad, bland, shitty the game was. I think all of its problems start from higher level positions that had all of that influence over the direction, the design, and all of that shit for the game, and then they tasked their employees with deliverables on it. I imagine a large number of people at Firewalk weren't exactly thrilled to be working on a project as uninspired and generic and bland as Concord. Pretty much anyone who has ever played a game in their life will probably not find anything to enjoy about Concord because it is just a worse version, like a bootleg version of every hero shooter that's ever come before it, but this time for a $40 price tag instead of being free. Now, Firewalk themselves did give a little sign-off message saying, Firewalk began with the idea of bringing the joy of multiplayer to a larger audience. Like, this isn't 2002 anymore. Like, I don't exactly know what they mean by that. Multiplayer games are the most popular games on the planet. Like, take, for example, Fortnite, which has been a cultural phenomenon for so many years now. It's not like multiplayer is this unheard of, obscure thing. I don't know what larger audience they thought they were going to attract with a generic $40 hero shooter. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, that just sounds like PR speak with absolutely nothing behind it. Just a hollow sentence with no real meaning. That's like a statement my grandmother would have made when she was talking about gaming, because she still just believed gaming was only like Pac-Man on an arcade cabinet. Like, I can't just not harp on this sentence. The joy of multiplayer to a larger audience. What in tarnation? It already has like the largest audience on the planet. The only thing more popular than multiplayer gaming is maybe like getting the common cold. Like, there are so few things that have reached this many people. I don't know what this statement is even trying to say. It's ridiculous. Along the way, we assembled an incredible team who are able to navigate growing a new startup into a team during a global pandemic. Firewalk was founded in 2018 and was very small for its first couple of years, only entering full production in 2022. Build a new, customized, next-generation FPS engine in Unreal 4 to 5, delivering top-tier gameplay, feel, beautiful worlds, and a performance 60 FPS technical experience on a stable and scalable backend on PS5 and PC to hundreds of thousands of players in our beta. I like how they threw in our beta, because everyone was about to call fucking baloney on that. That was about to be a Phoenix Wright objection moment right there. I don't know the player count during the beta, but it's not like the game was good then either, so I'm assuming everyone that played the beta, the hundreds of thousands, realized that this was not going to be worth time and money, and which is why it had such a fucking disastrous launch. I also don't know what top-tier gameplay feel they're talking about, because playing Concord felt like nails on a chalkboard because of how mind-numbingly boring and samey it was to every other game in the genre, except slowed down to a fucking crawl. It was a glacial speed. Everything set to like a 0.5 speed. It was miserable in terms of the speed of the game, so it was not a top-tier gameplay feel. Unless you like the feeling of walking around with poop in your shorts, because that's how every character controlled. Manage an acquisition, integration while readying technical and preliminary tests, and ultimately ship and deliver a great FPS experience to players, even if it launched much more narrowly than hoped against a heavily consolidated market. We took some risks along the way, marrying aspects of card battlers and fighting games with first-person shooters, and although some of these and other aspects of the IP didn't land as we hoped, the idea of putting new things into the world is critical to pushing the medium forward. The talent at Firewalk and the level of individual craft is truly world-class, and teams with Sony Interactive Entertainment and across the industry will be fortunate to work with them. Please reach out to recruiting at PlayStation for inquiries, and thank you to all the very many teams, partners, and fans who supported us along the way. That last little tidbit right there has the same energy of me standing up in front of my room right now and saying, thank you all for joining me here, everyone, for the Charles as the Optimal Height Club. And it's just me, like one fucking person. That's the thing with Concord, it just didn't have many fans. Not only did it not have many people that played it, but even of the people that played it, there just weren't many people that liked it. There were a few people that were desperately trying to convince themselves that they didn't waste money on it, that it wasn't that bad. That was the biggest praise I saw for the game during its 2-week lifespan, is that it wasn't horrible, like it was serviceable. And if that's the best compliment you can muster, there's clearly an issue. It just was a game that never should have saw the light of day in the first place. It was dead on arrival and doomed for failure out the gate because of a $40 price tag and an oversaturated genre that most people are already yawning at and don't want more of. So, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because we knew it was coming. It was a matter of time, and now that time is here. No more Concord. No more Firewalk. The rumors of Concord maybe coming back, I don't believe will ever happen unless Sony tries to turn it into like a joke or something. I think the last we'll see of Concord is going to be that episode in the upcoming Amazon Prime show, like Secret Levels or whatever it's called. And I think that might even just get pulled because of how embarrassing that would be to see that blemish once again take life in some form. But if it does come out, then I think that will be the final chapter of Concord. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. So yep. People wish for a lot of things. Immortality, to win the lottery, to get taller. But you know what no one would ever wish for? Is to bring Concord back from the dead. You could gather all the Dragon Balls an infinite number of times, you could rub every lamp on the planet, and neither the genie nor Shinron would ever receive a single wish to bring Concord back. Concord has to be one of the most pathetic failures humanity has ever come out with, up there with like Smell-O-Vision. It was a $40 dead-on-arrival, fart-fucking, shit-sucking hero shooter that no one asked for and nobody played, and so Sony buried it 2 weeks later. It barely even had time to open its eyes after leaving the womb, and they realized that they were just going to eat a fat loss on it. But right now, there's like a glimmer of hope, and by hope I mean despair, because no one's hoping for Concord's return, but people have noticed that Concord is getting Steam updates. Even though it's been offline for over a month now, there has been almost daily updates to Concord on the back end. This has led many to speculate that maybe Concord might have some kind of return. Much like Jesus when he respawned, this could be Concord's, Phoenix moment rising from the ashes. But I truly hope not, because there is nothing that could save that game. It is an uninspired, unfun hero shooter for $40. Even if it was free, I don't think it would save it. It's still just a game that is worse than all of the alternatives out there, except this one also charged you $40 for the boredom. It'd be like paying $40 to have someone spit in your face. It's just, there's no value in Concord at any level. There's no need for another generic hero shooter. It doesn't do anything new. It doesn't have any reason for players to play it. So even if it does come back and it's free, I still think it falls right on its fucking face. This is something I mentioned when it was first announced that Sony would be banishing Concord to the Shadow Realm. I am surprised that they didn't at least try the desperate Hail Mary of going free to play before the funeral service. I really did think they would do that first because of how much money they clearly put into this project. So it's definitely possible that the idea here is to create a little buzz and do some kind of like Concord XL Magnum, Concord back with a vengeance type deal, and do like a marketing campaign, kind of like what Domino's did. You remember a while back, Domino's had this like almost humiliation campaign where they just kept shaming themselves like, we heard you, our pizza sucks. Yeah, our pizza's dog shit. Which is why when we listened to you, we wanted to make it change so that way you wouldn't be saying that anymore. So our pizza's not trash. We changed the formula. Our pizza's not bad anymore. It's good. Like, that might be what they're trying here. Like, we heard players, so the game's free to play and we changed a lot of things to make it more fun, perhaps. That might be what they're going for because Concord's built up like an actual legacy of, I mean, it's an embarrassment, but everyone has heard the name Concord now. So I think what they might try is to bring it back and bank on kind of like Morbius, where they brought Morbius back, except that failed again. I imagine the same would happen with Concord. But the idea really could just be like, hey, we know this was a joke the first time around. We brought it back. This time it's free to play and we listen to feedback. But it's still going to suck shit. I think that's definitely possible, but I still find it unlikely that they're even going to bring it back in the first place. It is clear this is not a product anybody wants. And like I said, even if Concord does come back and it's free to play, even if every computer is built in with Concord pre-installed, I still just don't think anyone touches it. There's nothing in the game that's good. Like, even if you just wanted to play ranked, like let's say you wanted to be the top 5 Concord player out of all 10 players that play it, you will probably get bored before ever even getting to your 3rd game. Because like all of the ideas in it don't work. Like the ranked, like the competitive mode is perhaps the worst in all of shooters, where it's round-based. And if you win a round, whatever character you won that round with, you can't play again for the rest of the match. That's so stupid. So you can't even play the characters you want to play. You get one game with them, or one round with them, and if you win, they're gone. They're benched. The coach just subs them out for the rest of the game. It's stupid. There is nothing in Concord that is good. It's all just serviceable and generic. And nobody wants serviceable and generic when the alternatives are good and great. So what the fuck is the point in even bringing Concord back? Now, I did read that it is still unlikely they bring it back, considering the studio that worked on it is exploring other pitches right now to work on a different project entirely. So it seems like, at least internally, they're moving on from Concord. And I'm gonna be honest, I am excited to see what they work on next, because it feels like this company might be cursed to just get like the worst projects under its belt. Like, first a $40 hero shooter that no one wanted, and I wonder what else they're going to get pitched on. Maybe like a Joker 2 musical movie tie-in game or something. Like, I am curious to see what else they produce going forward. Like, I believe there's probably a lot of talent on this team, but whoever the leadership is that's feeding them the idea to make like a hero shooter and shit, they need to be fired ASAP, because that is terrible direction. That is garbage. And I'm wondering if this is like a one-time thing where like this is their big blemish and now it's nothing but bangers going forward. But we'll see. Personally, I don't think they're trying to bring it back. I don't know what the updates on the back end are. Maybe it's like, you know, when like a house gets destroyed and you go on and start taking pictures for insurance. Maybe that's what they're doing on the back end. Like, hey, look at all of this. It's such a fucking tragedy. Look at this disaster of a game we made. Can we get some money back? Or something, you know? I couldn't tell you. But it would be so stupid to put more time, money, and resources into Concord to bring it back. They would just lose even more money than they already have. And they have to know that. They have to. Even if they bring it back and it's free to play, they still put more time and money into this game that nobody wants to play. So it just wouldn't make any level of sense to bring it back. It really wouldn't. I do think there is the smallest chance that that is the plan. I really think they might try and convince themselves that, you know, this delusional idea of, we listen to player feedback, so we brought Concord, and surely the gamers will come in. You know, like, maybe, like, I do think there's a chance that they are so out of touch that they think they can bring Concord back and use this whole disaster as marketing. Like, yeah, the first rodeo was bad, but round 2 is so much better because we listen to all of you and we want to be more transparent about the development process and everything. So here's all of our substantial changes. But I still think it wouldn't do well. I just think there might be a chance they'd try that. I think it would still be really stupid if they did, though. Hopefully they're not bringing Concord back. That would be a waste of time. I don't know how many times we have to teach you this lesson, old man. Nobody wants another hero shooter that doesn't do anything new. And in fact, the new stuff it offers are just bad ideas, like with its competitive game mode. And the game also plays at like 1.5 times speed. Everyone is so abominably slow. There's just no one that is like scratching at their neck wanting Concord back. You're not going to find like a Concord super fan with some kind of like bubblegum tribute statue in their closet to whoever the main character was. I can't think of a single character's name in that game. There just doesn't exist a community that wants Concord. So don't bother losing more money trying to bring it back. Anyway, though, wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya. Never mind, that's not about it. See ya. I just read another article going over this, and I completely forgot about this statement in the blog post. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game in our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we've decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. That actually does sound like they're teasing some kind of return, somehow Concord return type moment. That sucks. So really, I'm starting to think that it might actually be trying to come back. I just don't see why. It's not like the experience resonated with anybody. There were some people that played Concord quite a bit just trying to farm to get the Platinum Trophy before it went offline. And I think they're misunderstanding that. I think they're thinking that players really liked it, and all the people that were grinding for those hours for the Platinum were fans of the game. They weren't. They just wanted the Platinum Trophy. They were trophy hunters. There wasn't really a community I saw that had any level of passion for this. There were people huffing copium that the game could get better over time. Clearly that didn't happen. They just pulled the life support off of it. But I never saw anyone respond positively to the game. I just saw people that were a little more forgiving of how boring it was. But no one that was like, this is the hero shooter. This is going to be my main bread and butter game now. I just had a voice crack by how absurd that idea is that Concord would be someone's main game. So I still think it's a terrible idea, but rereading that blog post, it does sound like they plan on bringing it back and that they're chalking up to a couple of things that missed the mark and a rocky, sloppy launch. It's just a sloppy, shitty product that nobody wants, and they just don't seem receptive to that. Okay, anyway, though, that's about it. Hopefully no more Concord. See ya.